Been feeling trapped down on the floor. I don't know what for. Feels like I'm gonna lose. Silence takes a hold. I can't let it go. Chin up, no one knows. But I won't let the stormy sea.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking. If you haven't already subscribed, just hit that subscribe button down below and come join my family on YouTube. Also, just hit that notification bell so that whenever I put out a video, you can be notified and then you can go check it out. Alright, so you've been looking and you've been searching for this job in Qatar. You finally got that notification that yes, you've been selected for whatever job it was, whether it's Qatar Airways or it's a teaching job or whatever other industry, right? And you're pretty excited and you can't wait to move, but you're wondering, what's life gonna be like for me as a single girl? Well, guess what? No need to worry. I got you. I definitely have you, right? So I'm gonna be giving you some things that you need to take note of, or how to survive Qatar as a single girl. All right, so number one, if you're a black girl, or if you are Caucasian and you do wear weaves or extensions, make sure you walk with your braids. And this specifically will go mostly for black girls. Trust me, make sure you walk with your braids. You can get braiding done here because there are lots of Africans here who will do it as a side hustle, or there are salons who will actually employ Africans and they will actually braid your hair. But getting braided here is expensive, number one. And getting the hair braided is also expensive. So if I were you, I would walk with my braids, enough packs of braids to last me for the year, and also throw in a wig or two in it so that whenever you're having a bad hair and if you don't want to spend all that money to get your hair braided, then just throw on a wig, trust me. But make sure you walk with your braids. Not only your braids, but make sure you also have your hair products. A lot of the things that we use in our hair will not be available here. And it can be expensive to get things shipped here. There's some companies who won't ship here. Things will sometimes take long to get here. So to avoid all that, make sure you pack your bags with as many hair products as you think you will need. Trust me, it's better to have too much than not have what you need. Sticking to the hair, in addition to products, I would suggest that you actually get a water filter here. The water here is very chlorinated. It has a lot of chlorine and other chemicals in it, and it can be very drying for our hair. You know, it dries out the oil in our hair. So I have lost hair since I've been here. I try my best. Don't come at me, people, but I try my best not to wash my hair very often here because I don't have a water filter. So and the chemicals and the water is just too much for my hair. So I would suggest that you actually get a water filter, attach it to your pipe so you can use that. If not, you will end up buying those big gallon jugs of water. Use that to wash your hair instead, just to be able to maintain or keep that oil in. Number two, make sure you walk with your seasonings. Yes, if there's a seasoning that you cannot do without, that you can, it has to go on your potatoes, it has to go on your meats. If you have that season, trust me, walk with it. Chances are you won't be able to get it here, and if you're able to get it here, you're probably going to be paying 3 times or 4 times more than you would have paid for it back home. So just put up 2 or 3 bottles in your bag when you're coming over. Another thing that I've heard from a company that they can't get is grits, and for me, like, I couldn't find cornmeal here either, so I had to have someone send that to me. And if you're Jamaican, you know you're going to call me porridge and festival and other things. So yeah, so walk with your seasonings and other little things that you might want to cook with. Number 3. Now, Qatar is not as conservative as the other Gulf countries like Saudi Arabia and Kuwait. So even though you're in public and you want to be covered in public, you know, by being respectful to their culture, carry your club clothes. Walk with your club clothes because you're going to have an opportunity to wear them. There's so many clubs and so many activities being held at hotels and stuff that you will attend, you will get invited to, and you will attend, and you will get a chance to wear impy, skimpy, bitty, whatever outfit, your little black dresses, you know, things from your cleavage, your booty shorts, all that stuff. Walk with your bathing suit as well, because if you decide to do a staycation and go to a resort here or a hotel here, then you're allowed to wear that at the poolside. So don't leave all your club clothes back home, because when you get here and you get invited to these events, you're going to find that you're actually going to be spending money to get new things when you could have just brought them over, because you definitely will get an opportunity to wear them. So pack them in your suitcase, don't leave them, all right? So that's number 3. Number 4, and I cannot emphasize this enough, network, network, network. So Qatar can be very lonely and sad, especially if you're moving here as a single person. Okay, so my camera just decided to go berserk on me. I don't know what the hell is going on with it. So anyway, let's continue. So as I was saying, Qatar is a very lonely place, and I'm coming over as a single person. You definitely want to network. I can't emphasize that enough. So either you want to join one of those international groups like Internations, or you want to join a church community. Whatever it is, you want to join one of these Facebook groups like Brothers and Sisters of Qatar. They're always having meetups, always having functions and stuff like that. So as a single girl, single person moving over to Qatar, then that's something that you want to be a part of, because they will provide support for you. They definitely will provide support for you. So that's definitely something that you want to look into. I don't remember what number I am, but next on the list basically is also have a budget for travel. Now, because of the location of Qatar, it's very central, so it's close to Europe, it's close to Africa, it's close enough to Asia. So if you want to travel, it is in a perfect location for you to get those, get those stamps in if you definitely want to travel. So make sure you look into that. Yeah, it depends on what industry you're going to be working in. You definitely will have quite a few breaks to go and travel, so make sure you prepare a budget for that. Then to invite your friends. Invite your friends over, your family members over. As I said before, Qatar is not as strict as the other Gulf nations, so it's a perfect place for people to actually be introduced to the Muslim faith and just their culture and how they operate. So tell them in advance, let them save their coins, invite them over, right? It's modern enough for them to feel comfortable, yet still it's traditional enough for them to actually embrace the culture, appreciate the culture, learn about the culture. So invite them over, and I mean, you'll enjoy having them with you as well. Another advice that I do have for you is also make sure that you register with your embassy, right? So just in case there are any geopolitical issues that arise or anything that of concern that's going on, that they will alert you. They know that you're there, and if you need to be evacuated, then they're on that as well. Safety is paramount, so therefore make sure you do that, all right? Make sure that you definitely register with your embassy if you have an embassy there, all right? And if you don't, like me, I don't have one, so I basically had registered with the one in Kuwait. The one in Kuwait is closed, so I registered with the one in Germany, which is like the closest to me at this point. All right. Make sure that you go over your contract with a fine teeth comb. Make sure that you're aware of any contractual responsibilities, as in if you're going to break contract, what is expected of you. A lot of these companies really do have a long time that you have to give them notice in order for you to break their contract, and if it's not done in that particular way, then they're actually going to have you pay them. I have had that happen to someone before, one of my friends that happened to. So make sure you go through your contract with the fine tooth comb, and that if you decide to break contract, that your responsibility and there's no give or take in it. So make sure that you definitely go through that and know what's expected of you. Now, the question that I know a lot of persons would probably want to know, what is it about? What's the dating scene like here? Well, ESID, every situation is different, but and I'm just speaking generally here because I know of people who have actually had good dating experiences. I have 2 colleagues. One of them got married here, met her boyfriend, got married here, and another one also met her boyfriend, and they're engaged, and they'll soon be married as well. So there are some good stories out there, but for the most part, it can be difficult for quite a few reasons. A lot of these men actually have families, and some of them come over by themselves, and their families are left home, so they're basically just looking for a fling, someone to pass the time with until they're able to get home with their families or have their families come to them. So be mindful of that. Yeah, and then too, if you're a professional coming out here, then the other professional expats that you would meet, majority of them, or most of them in the case that I've experienced, are actually already married. A lot of single guys are here, but they might definitely not be what you're looking for, right? And you also have to take into consideration that if you do start a serious relationship here, chances are the person will not be from, either not from a culture that's similar to yours, or will not be from a country that's the same as yours. So you're also going to have to consider moving, who's going to move. And then if you are the person who has a more flexible job, say you're a teacher, then chances are the burden is always going to be on you to move, because then the expectation or the thought then is going to be that it's easier for you to get a job teaching somewhere else, right? So just a few things to consider. I mean, there are dating apps that will actually allow you to filter out what it is that you want or what it is that you're looking for. So those are always there. But as it relates to dating, don't come with a lot of expectations unless you are just looking for a fling, something to get by while you're here. But if you're looking for something permanent, then it might be a little bit difficult. The dating pool here isn't as extensive as it would be back home. But then again, don't give up hope, because I've said I have 2 colleagues who have actually met their husbands here. So there's always that. You just might be the lucky one. Now, another thing, as it relates to entertainment and going out and meeting new people and stuff like that, have a budget for brunching. If you're someone who is into brunches, then the opportunities to go out for brunches here are numerous. They're endless. Some of them are expensive, some are mid-rate, some are pretty cheap. But if you are into the high-end stuff, just do a budget for that. And then, go to your brunches. It's something to experience at least once. And as I said, it's a nice way to meet people, nice way to, a lot of these groups have their like brunch dates and stuff like that, brunch meetups, and that's always a good way for you to go out, interact with others, and just, be social. Now, Qatar can be expensive, and you can get caught up in the lifestyle here. But if you are prudent and if you know what it is that you want and why you're here, if you're here to save your money, then just set a budget, and it can be shop around. I mean, there are places to buy relatively reasonable price clothing, reasonable price food. You can still dine out a lot and not break bank. Just do your research, have your budget, don't just spend willy-nilly, and you'll be fine. So even though it can be expensive, the possibilities are endless for you still to save money. So if that's what you're here for, and as a single person, now's the time for you to save those coins. Now, I have a video, and I'm going to link it somewhere, running across here, right? So if you want to see how I save my coins in Qatar, then feel free to watch that. Last but definitely not least, come with an open mind. Qatar is such a beautiful and safe place that you can definitely enjoy yourself here. And even though the citizens, the Qataris, aren't the most friendly, I won't say they're overtly friendly, but they're not aggressive or mean either. So you can have a wonderful time here as a single person, whether you're Black or Caucasian, whatever race you are. Just come out with an open mind, explore, appreciate, respect their culture, and I promise you that you will have an awesome time. You'll be okay. You will definitely be okay. All right. So for all my single girls who are looking to make this move to Qatar, I do hope that this video helped you somewhat. And if you did like the content, just give me a thumbs up, like this video, and I'll see you in my next vlog. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Bye.